citizenship here in America.
I thought that this would only affect other families, not my family. She voted for this. Okay, just so you guys know, she voted for this. Her husband is an immigrant. She has a 3-year-old daughter with her husband, and now, because of her choices, these are the consequences of her own actions. Her husband is being deported back to Venezuela because he was denied citizenship, and now her daughter will grow up without a father. But my husband's one of the good ones. You don't think that every other person thinks the same thing? The fact that these people are incapable of empathy until they're in a position where it directly affects them is actually baffling to me. It doesn't make any kind of sense whatsoever. And now she wants prayers. She wants resources sent to her. She doesn't understand how this is happening. Voting the way that you did, supporting what you supported, when you have an immigrant husband. Hello? Now you want people on the internet to do something about it? You voted for this. You chose this. Sorry, it was selfish, and now your kids are going to face the consequences of your.
Hello guys, another powerful moment that is interesting. Good day and welcome to my social commentary. I hope you are doing good and where you are seeing this video. Before I proceed, like I always say, we are not criticizing, we are not supporting. All we are doing is publicizing. We are bringing information from this channel and getting it to this channel so that it will grow more audience and more people will see the information for more ideas, opinions. So do well to tell us what you think about this video in the comment section, and if this is your first time of coming across our video, give it a thumbs up. Let's break the news. White woman cries bitterly on social media about her husband being deported to Venezuela, and now she is saying that she has to raise her daughter alone in this hard economy, and she is afraid that her daughter might live all the days of her life without getting to see her father again. Yes, she added that the man loves her so much because she had already have another kid with another man before the man met her, treated her so well, and got her married, and now they have a 3-year-old daughter. The awkward moment was that she didn't even get to meet her husband before she was deported. She was crying out and voicing out her mind, saying that she thought that this was going to affect other families, not her families. Yes, she also mentioned that her husband is an immigrant, that her husband has been here in the United States for 10 years, that they are legally married, they now have a kid, and things are going well with them before this happened. So without saying more, let's dive into the video. Watch the video, tell us what you think about the video in the comment section, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.
Citizenship here in America.
I thought that this would only affect other families, not my family. She voted for this. Okay, just so you guys know, she voted for this. Her husband is an immigrant. She has a 3-year-old daughter with her husband, and now, because of her choices, these are the consequences of her own actions. Her husband is being deported back to Venezuela because he was denied citizenship, and now her daughter will grow up without a father. But my husband's one of the good ones. You don't think that every other person thinks the same thing? The fact that these people are incapable of empathy until they're in a position where it directly affects them is actually baffling to me. It doesn't make any kind of sense whatsoever. And now she wants prayers. She wants resources sent to her. She doesn't understand how this is happening. Voting the way that you did, supporting what you supported, when you have an immigrant husband. Hello? Now you want people on the internet to do something about it? You voted for this. You chose this. Sorry, it was selfish, and now your kids are going to face the consequences of your actions.
My daughter's father has been in.
I'm sorry, I don't feel bad. If you haven't seen this video, this is a mother of a 3-year-old child who is crying because her husband and the father of her 3-year-old child is Venezuelan and has the risk and possibility of being deported back to Venezuela in a very dangerous position right now. And I feel for that fact of the matter, and I feel for her daughter and her husband. But what I mostly feel for is the fact that they have such a stupid mother and wife. Because in her caption, she also added, at Donald Trump Jr., I know this isn't your fault, please help me. And that is where I stop to feel bad for people in these positions. And this goes to every Latino in our community who voted for Trump as well. Why are we acting shocked by him implementing mass deportation policies when that was his entire campaign? Why are we acting shocked when his number one issue with the United States was immigrants and he made it very clear he wanted all immigrants out? What? You thought you were safe because he was marrying a white woman? You thought you were safe because he has a half-white child? You thought you were safe because he was doing it the right way. Newsflash, millions of Hispanics here are trying to do it the right way as well. Do you think the Trump administration cares? No. His goal is to get every single immigrant out of this country, regardless of the way you're doing it. I have had family members waiting 20 plus years for documentation and papers and still have not received it. And I lived through the same experience in 2019 in his first administration, so I could tell you firsthand, it's not about doing it the right way. There are millions of good people being deported and forced out of the country. You think he cares? Did you think your situation was special and that it's not happening to anyone around you? And you really thought he would care because you are a white woman crying to him about your Hispanic husband? Newsflash, he doesn't care and nobody in his administration cares. And I don't feel bad because based off your caption, you probably voted for this. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. But if you voted for this, then this is the exact representation and the reflection of your actions. These are your consequences. What is flawed in the US is the immigration system and process. It is taking 20 plus years. And it was never about the illegal immigration. It's about immigration, period. And may I add, about Hispanic immigrants. So I find it incredibly difficult to empathize and in my case sympathize with you because this is the direct result of your vote. And I cannot feel bad for it because if this was my family, me, a Mexican woman, a darker woman, if this was my family, you wouldn't feel bad. And this is the exact response I would give to whether it be a Hispanic, a white woman, an Asian, a black woman crying about their Hispanic neighbors, friends, or family being deported. If you voted for Trump, you knew this was gonna happen and you supported it. You voted for it. So don't come onto TikTok crying and acting shocked now. We warned you. We knew this was gonna happen. That you wanted to play a blind eye because you thought you would be special is on you, my love. So sorry. And you know what? For your daughter's sake, I hope you find a resolution. But I'm gonna tell you right now, my family couldn't. And my little sister was 4 years old. And here we are still struggling with it to this day. I carry it in my heart every single day. So I hope you learn. I really hope you learned your lesson. And I hope you realize what your vote counted towards. Oh, and your final question of how am I going to explain to my daughter she may never see her father again? I could give you the perfect explanation. It was you, my love. You and the stupid Trump supporters who voted for this. Yeah, tell your daughter that it was you who voted for this president and this administration to do exactly what is happening to your husband. Because that's what it is.
Okay, I don't know who this message needs to reach. First of all, I'm gonna ask for prayers on the situation. And second of all, I'm gonna ask that if anybody knows any resources or anything, this is a desperate matter. And I don't want to come on here, but I've made every phone call. I've been praying. I don't know what to do. My daughter's father has been in America for almost 10 years. He has done everything the right way, trying to come here from Venezuela with his mom. He graduated high school here, he goes to college, he's always worked, he pays taxes, he's never committed a crime. And yet, they are being denied citizenship here in America, and they are at risk of being deported. Has been in America for almost 10 years. He has done everything the right way, trying to come here from Venezuela with his mom. He graduated high school here, he goes to college, he's always worked, he pays taxes, he's never committed a crime. And yet, they are being denied citizenship here in America, and they are at risk of being deported. My daughter is 3 years old. And I don't think anybody is understanding how dangerous it is in Venezuela right now. He was held at gunpoint as a child, coming home from school, and that is why he needs to stay.
You voted for Trump.
His mom was forced to do horrible things there. And yet they're trying to send him back. And I look like a fool and I don't care.
You do.
It's so wrong that they are being put in the position that they're being put in, and I don't know who to contact. I don't know what to do. They have done every single thing the right way, and they don't deserve this. How am I supposed to explain to my 3-year-old that her dad might have to leave and she may never see him again?
You voted for this.
He has loved her. He has loved my son, who is not even his, and taken him in. He has provided for her. I can't explain to you guys how urgent this is.
For who?
And I don't know who needs to hear this. I know I need prayers for him, and for me, and for my daughter, and for his mom. But more importantly, there's gotta be someone who can help, because this is not fair at all. This is so unfair, and he doesn't deserve it. He is a 24-year-old who has been trying for 10 years to have a good life here. I just ask you guys to please pray, and to please just to give me any resources that anyone has.
He don't care.
Hi, Faith Ann. I'm not sure how you got on my For You page, but welcome. Now, Faith Ann is asking for our help and our prayers. Should we give it to her? I don't think so. Let's meet Faith Ann. Now, Faith Ann is a Trump supporter. She has a baby's dad. She has a 3-year-old. And guess what? Her baby's dad is up for deportation. And Faith Ann wants us to help and pray for her. I think Faith Ann has got us fucked up. Faith Ann, you're going to have to live with your decisions. You're going to have to tell your sweet little daughter that you helped send her daddy away. Now, you have an option of packing your shit with your daughter and going to Venezuela with your boyfriend. Now, if you don't want to take that, you could just stay here in America with Donald Trump, the person you voted for.
My daughter's father has been in America for almost 10 years.
And here we have another very sad case of F around and find out. I'm very sorry that this is happening to your daughter's father and to your daughter. And, you know, hopefully when she gets a little bit older, you can be brave enough to explain that you're the reason. It's your fault. You actively chose and voted for her father to be deported. And you can scream it to the rooftops that this is not what you voted for. But I think you're quickly going to find out by posting this video online that it is exactly what you voted for. And ignorance is not an excuse. We all try to tell people like you, we voted for your family to stay together. You chose to break your family up. I don't know if it was because you are racist. I don't know if it's because you stupidly thought that this man would lower your groceries every month or your health insurance, or maybe you wanted another kid and thought you were going to get free IVF from him. I mean, there's loads of lies that he spread that people ate up. And for other people, it was just they didn't give a shit unless it was going to affect them. And you thought that this would not affect you. And now, I don't know if he's your husband, but the father of your daughter is going to suffer. And your daughter is going to suffer. But remember what Tom Homan told you. He said the whole family can go together. So while I do have empathy and compassion, and if I can find some resources, I will leave them down below for you. Tom did tell you that you're welcome to go to Venezuela with him. Bring your daughter with him. But you say in your video that Venezuela is not safe. That your, let's just call him husband for this video, he came to America because it wasn't safe there. Totally understand. I, for one, really don't care what the reason was, but certainly safety is definitely a reason that any of us would run to another country. And people like myself and people that voted for Kamala understood that your husband deserved a place here, right? He deserved to live a life where he could be happy. You say he went to high school here and college here. So did loads of other people that are being deported right now. And you didn't care about that. You thought because he didn't commit any crimes and he pays taxes that he was safe. But what did you think? Did you think that all the other immigrants were just hiding in the shadows and not paying taxes? Because they do. Did you think that they were all the ones out committing crimes? No, it's white people like us that are committing crimes. People that were born in this country that are committing the crimes. And to put in the caption of your video that it's not Donald Trump's fault, it is quite literally Donald Trump's fault. Because he took away the program for Venezuelans to stay here. You chose to get rid of a program that would have saved your daughter's father and kept him in this country. So it's a bit hard for the rest of us to have empathy for someone who posted this. You were certainly happy then. This was an open book test. There were images everywhere. If you listened to his speeches and those that he planned to put in his administration speeches, if you read what they said online or what they said in news interviews, you would have known damn well that your daughter's father was on the chopping block to be sent back to Venezuela. So that just tells me that you really did not care. You thought you were untouchable. You think that he's a better immigrant than all the other immigrants. And it's very hard for the rest of us to have compassion for that. Because for the last, God, what month is it now? Almost 9 months. We've been watching innocent people be taken away from their families, their children, and be deported either to their own country that they were born in or to a country they know nothing of. And you didn't care then. You only care now because it's affecting you, and that's called selfishness. So I hope you figure it out. I hope your man finds a way to stay here. I truly do. He sounds like he's a great member of society, and I wish you had the same empathy for all the other immigrants who are doing the same exact thing as him. And if not, pack your bags and take your daughter. And if you don't want to do that, then you have to suck it up and own what you've done.
Yo guys, we thank you very much for watching this video, and we appreciate your idea. So do well to tell us what you think about this video in the comment section. And if this is your first time of seeing our video, do well to give it a thumbs up so that you can see more of our video pop up your screen. You're welcome.